Yeah, I climbed up out of the hole and tried throwing niggas the rope. They too lazy to climb, they wrapped it around they throat. That goes my high hopes, I let them get too close. It's my own fault, I know better, I know I've given far too much to people who ain't deserve it. My heart, a heavy burden, and now it's out of service. Maybe the problem is me and I'm reluctant to see, cause when the storm passed, all niggas left for me was debris. Till the wheels fall off and the tires is showing threads. Fuck 'em, baby, full speed ahead. I'm feeling like Superman, waking up in Wonder Woman's bed. Grab my cape, it's time to chase this Wonder Bread. My partner in the feds, he never coming home. He said this what he get for never leaving well enough alone. And life is too short for us to never get it wrong. And you gotta learn to cherish every blessing before it's gone. Not only is my heart ice cold, it's hard as stone. I've grown used to fighting off my demons on my own. I promised mama I'd pay the bills when I got on. She knew that I ain't had no job like Tommy Strong. All I had was a sack and a scale and a busy phone. I was at the crossroad in my life, I'm busy bone. I'm feeling it in my bones, I'm finna get in my zone. It don't matter how you start, just as long as you finish strong. I'm highly motivated, cause I wasn't supposed to make it. I'm almost in my 40s and I call them golden ages. I gotta keep it real, I'm wishing P was here. I dive into wishing well and wish he could reappear. I know that he can't stay, I just wanna say goodbye and ask him if there really is a better place in the sky. You probably sick of me missing Piff, but I really don't give a shit. Ain't no sense of feeling regret in this glimpse of a life we get. Keep ballin', bruh, ball till they call us up. I know we can't win it all, but I do it all for us. I watch niggas trade on me like KD and Golden State. The pain is temporary, the scars don't ever fade. I'm hard-bodied, so I never cry about it. I'm so fly that when I sleep I'm on autopilot. I never make time for no excuses. Excuse me while I excel. You want more than your fair share. All you get is a farewell. Word to Piff. Long live Piff.
Lord, allow me to forgive, but never, ever, ever let me forget. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You want beef with the king? What is you gonna do? We back with another episode of Hood Tales with ConeHead, coming to you live and direct. It's an early bird edition. Man, it's episode 293, and we want to talk about taking it personal. The reason why I came up with this topic for this episode is basically I was listening to Motiversity YouTube channel, and it was having some of the best athletes, some of the best motivational speakers, and some of the best all around people, and they was talking about how some of them got pushed to greatness. Was basically they took things personal about, they up and how they got involved and how they, came into becoming a great, like Tom Brady, LeBron, Jordan, Dr. Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson, and just another, just to name a few people. And they was basically saying like they had to take certain things personal to push them to being great. And it didn't matter, how painful it was. It didn't matter how much they really didn't feel like getting it done or making a move or, putting in the extra time and the extra effort. They took things personal because it was like somebody was like going against what they was trying to do, or somebody was like being a hater or didn't believe or just really counted them out or doubted them and things like that. And so, I had to reflect on something last night when I was listening to it, and it was just like, man, I'm gonna talk about this today about taking certain things personal when it comes to being successful. Like, I had to take a lot of shit personal when it came to this criminal case that I'm still dealing with. Like, I took that shit so personal, man. I wanted to fight the prosecutor. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that shit it bothered me. Because here it is, I'm innocent. Don't have nothing to do with the circumstances of the situation at all. And a phone call put me into the whole soiree. And I'm watching how the state attorney's office and the prosecutor who was handling my case, how they was moving. Like, you give me a crazy ass bond. First, I have one count. Y'all give me a crazy ass bond for like 1.5 million, and I'm sitting trying to figure out like what the hell is going on and why the fuck why I have a warrant for my arrest for conspiracy. So I get arrested. I go in. I sit down, and as I'm waiting, Florida has a rule. If you're in custody, they have 45 days while you're in custody to charge you. If they don't charge you within a 45-day period, they have to release you. But your attorney has to file paperwork for you, a motion for you to be released. So I get the release. I come home. I'm home for 2 weeks. I get formally charged. Now, mind you, in the hearing, the man said since I went through with the hearing and wouldn't cooperate, that he would give me a new charge if I was formally charged. Get formally charged, I get added a physical conspiracy to traffic. Never had no possession of no drugs or no narcotics or anything like that. So I understand how the fuck I get charged with some shit. Then by the time I called the PD's office, these boys talking about I got a whole new mouthpiece because they done got rid of Mr. Bitchmore. Bitchmore, they done got him gone. Like, I'm like, huh? So then I had this other guy. He get in there. He arguing the same point. They like, nah. He wasn't there for that hearing when I got released, so he didn't know what was said. So when that man come up there and that judge let that man let the state talk that bullshit, and them people took me back into custody and they rebooked me on a new charge, which I'm like, well, if this is part of the same case, how the fuck I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get R&R on that one. They nah. So now I'm pissed because I'm like, man, this man playing with my life. This man playing with my future. He's sitting up here bullshitting. So I took that shit so fucking personal that I had an onslaught. I didn't give a fuck what that man was talking about. I would call that man a pussy to his face. You a bitch. You a pussy ass motherfucker. Like, I'm talking to this man like that. And he not understanding, like, why am I so angry and why am I so upset? But you gotta realize and understand, man, I lost family behind this stupid ass shit. Like my uncles passed, they was on they last leg when I was on the run, and I couldn't even go to these people's funeral because this motherfucker talking about I got a warrant for my arrest for a fucking conspiracy. And I'm like, how the fuck I get a conspiracy charge and I ain't even selling no drugs? Man, when I tell you this isn't on record. Like, all this stuff, I can back this shit up with y'all pull my shit up on court. Man, dude, y'all go to the clerk of courts and y'all can pull my shit up. When I tell you I was not having it, you done put me back in jail. Y'all had people trying to jump on my case. Y'all had motherfuckers trying to act like they my friends or we kin or we cool, and then trying to really play up under me to try to get me to talk about my situation. So I told everybody, man, I'm in there for suspended license. I ain't care what the fuck. Like, I ain't telling you niggas my business. But some of the people knew what I was in there for. So we was on the news. We made top breaking news. Operation Cash Flow. That was the name of the operation that I was a part of. And it was crazy because the people that was co-defendants, we knew of them, and one of them was my uncle, Free Unc, and Uncle June. Like, and it was crazy because Uncle June really didn't have nothing to do with it. Uncle June had some shit going on back where he from, and so Unc took the time because they were investigating him down where he from. So Unc just hopped on some shit and got on out the way. Even though if he would have waited and took them, like, one thing I regret about my situation, and I allowed that puss ass, wheelchair, cripple ass cracker Robert Davis to trick me into fucking waiving my speedy trial rights when I never done that ever before. Cause whatever, this is what you have to understand. The reason why the Young Thug them trials still going on is because them niggas waived their speedy trial rights. If they would have kept their speedy trial rights, they would have had to take them to trial within 90 days. And if they don't have whatever they need to convict you, they gotta run with what they got. They can't pull no shit out their ass. They gotta take you in 90 days. If not, they gotta throw the case out. So I was used to doing that. This pussy ass cracker gonna tell me, nah, I can't fight your case that way. I need more time. I'm like, no, I don't want to give up my speedy trial because they gotta take me the way it is. Like, it don't matter, man. Listening to them lying ass lawyers who working with the state and helping them people taking bread from your family and stealing your money. See, Sharp and Steele with the YSL case, they care about their client. They doing everything they can to fight for their client. I had 8 attorneys when it was all said and done. I had 4 judges when it was all said and done. And I'm sitting in jail. This man got people coming at me. They got officers trying to, like, harass me so they can try to bait me into some bullshit to catch a new charge. Battery on a Leo, stuff like that. Because they thought my temper was going to get the best of me. But I got a blessing in disguise because God be everywhere. When you one of God's chosen, He's with you at all times. Even in the darkness. Even when things don't look good. He's there. So while I'm in there, it was a friend of the family that worked there. That was a sergeant. And she came and pulled me to the side. She said, baby, whatever you do, do not get in no trouble in here. The state attorney wants you really, them people want you bad down at the state attorney's office. So they're going to do any and everything to try to trip you up or get you involved in some shit. So I ended up going to the whole, because the officer lied on me, and I done got written up BRs and all this shit, disciplinary reports, because they lying and saying I'm doing this and I'm threatening officers. And the one lady said I called her a bitch, and I don't even fuck with that lady. Because she walking around that jail married to a white man, like she better than everybody, but she's from the islands and shit. So she thinks she's sweet because she married to a white man. And I'm like, bitch, I don't care nothing. But I ain't calling no bitch, but she used to just harass me when I used to come down to medical. So she just made up this fucking lie and said I called her a bitch. And they put me in disciplinary. This was crazy enough. And see, that's why I took that shit personal, because I couldn't understand for the life of me, why are these people fucking with me like they doing? It got so bad, I got my rotator cuffs torn in jail because this man tried to cuff me. And he pulled my arm behind my back like I was flexible or some shit. So when I got out and I got that bond and I hit home, I hit that turf. Oh, I wasn't playing. I'm talking about I'm in the courthouse cussing this cracker out in the hallway because he's a pussy. Because I'm like, how are all these dudes in this city scared of this pussy ass? Like, he's a bitch. I'm like, man, I will catch that man in the street and will pound him. I will beat his ass. I was angry with this man because this man couldn't even look me in my eyes as a man and tell me, yeah, I'm doing this to you. Fuck you, nigga. Nah, he ducking and dodging, acting like he looking in the air. But see, that's the thing. I took it personal. And I fought like it was personal. Like me and him was fighting in the street. And God prevailed in the end. So when you feel like you pushing your best to be successful, sometimes you have to have a chip on your shoulder and take it personal and go after what you want. I'm taking my life personal now. I'm taking everything people done to me personal, so I can show up and show out with God by my side and show these people. You might have tried me. You might have disrespected me. You might have played me. You might have manipulated me. You might have lied on me. You might have did all this shit. But I'm taking it personal to get my life and my success. I'm out. Hood tells ConeHead.